Nothing is a denial for me. There is not a denial. There's a delay. There's not a denial.
Tell me a little bit about, with everything going on, how you've had to adapt in getting, staying out in front of your clients and getting, staying out in front of your sphere.
Yeah, so pretty much with everything going on, you have to make sure it's all about really your mindset. First of all, you do have to make sure that you stay top of mind. So what I have been doing is I've been leveraging the books, a website, and I've been leveraging my books. Now is the best time to follow up. Now is the best time. You can still try to send out mailers if you can. If you have a nearby post office, or if you live in a building, still try to send those things out. So it's always it's best to have everything, have an at home workspace and an office workspace if you have that. But I just take everything that I have and I just start using my social media more, the power of the phone, actually. So that's what I've been doing. I've been posting online, posting the websites, and I use really fun apps to bring more attention and attraction to my page. Yeah. Doing so.
Yeah. So what are those apps that you're using?
Okay, so right now you can use a Ripple. You can use the Over app. There's another one called, let me see here. It's the Over app, and yeah, it is the Ripple app. Those are the two apps that I am currently using. They work awesome. I will say try to buy the Pro feature. That way you won't have their logo. You'll have your own. You can have your colors. You can customize it, and you're able to do so. I don't only just post for sale or just sold or listed. I do videos at home. I give people information on how to buy a house, on how to sell a house, and I leverage the current websites in the books. And so therefore I'll say swipe up, and they'll swipe up. And actually I just got a lead this morning from that.
That's great. And so these apps, they're allowing you to, kind of up level just the video, and everything you're doing is from your phone. I see,
100%. Everything I'm doing is from my phone. And let me just say, guys, please, you do not have to spend a lot of money. This is not something where you need a marketing person. They'll try to tell you and charge you hundreds and thousands of dollars a week. You don't have to do that. If you have a software, you have a system like Authorify, you use that, you use it to the best you can, and you promote that. And, and you just use these apps to take it to the next level. If you don't have a marketing specialist, now if you do, awesome. But if you don't, do it yourself, start off yourself, and Authorify is going to give you, Smart Agents and Authorify is going to give you everything that you need.
Yeah. So, and just, not even with Authorify or anything like that, just, you've really embraced social media from the beginning. You were all over it. And so this is, now you're right, while you can't do the face-to-face, this is something that you're really able to expand on.
Yeah, now because more than ever, you're going to need this. And you're right, even before, Smart Agents or Authorify, even before all of that, that is my icing on my cake. And that's what I tell everyone. Even before, I'm just a person where I'm not afraid to do video. I'm not afraid to talk. If I stutter, I'm not afraid. I'm human. It makes me more natural. I'm not afraid to get on there and have to do a flyaway with my hair and come back and fix it again. I'm not afraid to do that because I'm human, and that's what people want. They want to see someone who is human, someone who makes mistakes, yet fixes their mistakes. So therefore, if I'm out in the field, like on my way coming here to my office, which is not that far from my home, I still did a video. I'm going to do a video to post to let you see that I am human. If I'm at home and I'm making some food or something, I'm going to post that as well so you can see a different side of me, and people want to interact with that and build rapport with you off of that.
Yeah, I mean, they're called social networks for a reason.
Correct.
So, you have agents working for you now. Is that correct?
Yes, I have my own brokerage, House Hunters Realty. It just opened, and I have about 10 agents already. And the way how I got these agents was because I started doing so well with my listings. As you guys know, if you followed me from on social media and through smart agents. If you follow me, the way I started getting my listings was because the way I was calling it expired, and then the books would put the icing on the cake for me, kind of like the Done For You program. I was doing that for myself before this even came about. And it's awesome that they have that now because you don't have to do everything yourself. But so I started doing that first. And then also I just kept with it and just kept going. And then I got my broker's license, and let me take a step back. So then I became a coach, and I started being able to teach people how to do these things, for themselves. And then those same people converted over to being my realtors under my brokerage. So yeah, after 3 years, it'll be 4 years in September, and I have a good, strong team.
Yeah. So when everything coronavirus started kind of breaking out, and there was a lot of there still is uncertainty of what's going to come. What are you telling your agents? How are you working with them to adapt their strategy?
I'm so glad you asked. Just today, every Wednesday, we have a team meeting, and we're doing it via Zoom. And also, not only with Zoom, I have another software called Slack. With Slack, you can also pretty much, it's like instant messaging, right? And we have several different channels that we can talk in. So we always do that. And I just tell them, guys, I'm always there. I'm always in the back of their mind. I tell them, whenever you're out, think of me. Think of me telling you, now is the time more than ever to stay top of mind. Now is the time where you must follow up. Now is that time. If you do not, I don't want you to go extinct, especially for the people who just started this. Now is the time to stay in contact. If you have books, send your books. If you have any knowledge, send them text messages. Use your social media outlets. DM them, send them messages. Just let them know you're thinking about them. Like me, an example, just last week, I just told them, send all of your past clients, your current clients, anyone that you want to be a client, send them a text message, just checking on them during this sensitive time. Ask them and tell them to eat well, maintain a healthy diet, try to work out if you can, and we're here for you. If you need us, we can do things remotely. So that's what I had them to do, and it worked. It works.
Yeah, and that's something I was talking to a couple a few days ago. He said, you go into that farming mindset. You plant your seeds now for 6 months from now. You've got to.
This is not the time to be a couch potato. This is not the time to be comfortable, because I promise to you, if you do that, 6 months from now, you will not probably be in the business. We have a few different people right now. We have the people who are fearful. We have the people who are planning and strategizing, and we have the people who don't know what they're going to do. They're going left, they're going right. So be one of those ones who are trying to strategize and think of new ways to succeed.
Have you, over the last week and over the weekend, any, virtual open houses? How are you doing? How are you holding meetings with clients?
Correct. Using Zoom. I do have a couple of listing appointments. I've been having them send me photos. I've been having them to send me videos. I'm running comparables. I can send them to them CMA, and then we can get on Zoom and we can share screen. PowerPoints right now, sharing your screen with that, showing them what you have, and trying to send them out. I'll send out a book, and then this will be after they receive the book. It's the same thing. Here is our presentation. Let's share screen. Let's get the job done.
I mean, with today's technology, it really doesn't change. I mean, you can have the same meeting. Everything is totally the same.
It's just right. It's just that you're not able to reach out and touch. Me, I like to reach out and touch. But now they have softwares to where if you want to draw something, you can still draw. You can do everything online. And I also tell people too, they say, no, I just want to wait. Start booking now appointments for mid-April, for the end of April. Start trying to fill up your month of April in May. And then if something happens, you can always cancel or move it to online again. If they don't allow you, that's what you do. You just keep trying to stay top of mind and try to get in front of them to have a conversation.
What, with your current clients, what kind of questions have you been getting from them? What kind of fears have they been?
Our price is going to drop. What do I do if someone wants to come into my home? And right now I'm afraid I have kids. And I just tell them, what we're going to do is get everyone a kit, right? So if you can, provide wipes, Provide gloves if you have them. Luckily for me, I do my own hair sometimes, so I had gloves here at my home. I had several pairs of gloves. Try to get them a kit for their home. Tell them, hey, I know by being a realtor, we work off of ethics. These agents are not going to come into your home. They're not going to let a client come into your home who has a virus. They're not going to do that. And if you feel as though you want to, you can stay away for a while. We can make sure they Lysol it once you come in. We have everything ready, available for them. And not only that, if that's the case, try to find people who have vacant houses to work with as well, if you are afraid to put someone in jeopardy.
What, where do you, I'd imagine, in the mornings you're kind of searching things and you're sending stuff out constantly. So where are you finding like articles and things like that to share with your clients about, the housing market stuff?
Mm-hmm. National Association of Realtors, Atlanta Realtors. I'm looking at the MLS. I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at everything. This is where I'm finding everything from. But mainly I am looking at National Association of Realtors, and I'm looking at Atlanta Realtors. Is what I'm looking at for our state, for what we can do. Is what I'm sending them information on that. Yeah, in our MLS.
How important is it for you to stay current with everything? Things are changing so fast.
100%. Like, listen, you saw my face. 100%. It's 100% for me. Every day I'm looking, because you want to stay on top of things. They may ask you, well, what about interest rates? Hey, I'm not a loan officer, but I want everybody to know interest rates are not 0%. That was for consumer products. That wasn't for housing. You have to know these things. As soon as I see something, I'm able to call my loan officer. That's why it's so important to build relationships. Build relationships with other agents, with other brokers, with other vendors, so you can reach out and ask what's going on. So you can know firsthand. You can't always depend on the news. That may not pertain to your state. That may not pertain to your city. So you have to be able to reach out to people who work in these fields.
What, I guess, yeah. So as this last week's kind of gone on, how has your client list changed? Or, have you seen much change?
So I have seen a little bit of a change. Let me just say this. Nothing is a denial for me. There is not a denial. There's a delay. There's not a denial. So I have seen a change. Some of the houses I want to put out there right now, I said, let's just wait to April. Not a problem. We're what is it? Today's the 25th. Not a problem. We're going to stay top of mind. I'm going to continue to be there and to help and encourage. And I'm not a salesy person, right? I'm coming out from a place where I truly want to help you, so therefore it has slowed some things down. But I know when it's time, they're coming for me. They're coming to me, because I've built those relationships. And then you do have some people that's saying, hey, I'm ready right now. The house is vacant. Let's go. So I've been doing that. I've been helping my team, my agents. I've been helping them with their clients as well. We have several vacant houses that we're trying to put out there. I've been assisting them with their buyers, with their sellers. We're doing virtual tours. We're doing virtual listings. These people are having everything online, virtual open houses. We're going to even probably do a virtual buyer seminar for some people. So it's time to make the changes, and you better make the changes quick.
Yeah. And I think this is a perfect time for people that aren't doing what you're doing to learn how to do it.
Right now. If not, I can guarantee you, I'm telling you, if not, you will see your business it will go down. It's not it will.
Yeah.
It will go down.
Yeah. We say a lot, if you stand on the sidelines, you're never getting back in the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's over.
Yeah. What, I guess just, if you wanted to tell me a little bit about, your success that you've had, prior to all this happening, just with, your books and how everything's been going with that. What's the reception?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I can. So prior to this, I opened up my year awesome. Like maybe, listen, in the first quarter, I've already sold 8 houses in the first quarter. Okay. So all of this was going smooth. I had more listings coming. My team was up and running. I was in 8 houses. That's a lot when you're building a brand. You're building a team. This is a brokerage. I have an actual location. Okay. So I'm dealing with the team. I'm dealing with their situations that they have coming with their clients, with some of them not knowing how to do contracts or needing help with contracts. So I'm doing all of that. And I tell you, these ladies are now up and running. My team is awesome. They're a huge support system. They're helping themselves. I'm helping them. So things were awesome. Things are awesome. Like I tell them all the time, there are no delays. There isn't a denial. You may have a few delays. We don't have any denials here at House Hunters Realty. If it's something, if it is, it's something you can learn from and go ahead and go get the next person. Go ahead and get the next client to help another family.
Yeah. What, yeah. So tell me a little bit, that one of the things that we're trying to content, I was actually editing a video just a few minutes ago about, one way to build a brand is through blogging. What are the different things that you're doing to build your brand?
Okay. So I don't just, and as you guys know, and I know this is kind of, smart agents may not do this a lot, but I believe in still calling for sale by owners and calling expireds. I do that. That's one of my things that I do. We're sending out mailers. We're doing that. We have special deliveries when we're doing our books. This is besides before Corona, we have special deliveries. Not only that, we're doing things online. We're marketing online to people. We're doing slide text. We're doing slide broadcasts to people. We're doing a little bit of everything. We're doing Facebook ads. We have all of that being sponsored, and not even only that. I have a couple companies who interview me. So when they do interview me, people want to know who am I, and it helps to gain more attraction to my company. So I'm doing everything. I'm maybe going to start a process where we start doing probate. So we're putting our hands in everything with real estate is what we're doing.
That's awesome. That's great. I think that's the best way to do it. Just spread yourself out. And then,
yeah.
What do you think the next month or two, how does that look like?
Once we're able to understand what's going on, things will go back to normal. Will the economy be affected? I'm sure. Okay. It may not be as bad. We don't know. Okay. But the only thing I can do is hope for the best and continue to push forward. You cannot let this wear you down. Like you just can't, because you just have to make changes and roll with what we got.
Yeah. What, I guess, what are some of the other things, if for an agent or for somebody that, in your group that's saying, April, how do I get myself out there more? You've talked to me about some of the apps that you're using. What are some of the text messages that you send to people? What do you say in those?
So this is what I tell my company, what I tell my team, and this is the truth. I can always text you and say, hi, I saw your house expired. I want to sit down and meet with you about your listing, that expired. You have to learn to brand things more so for yourself. So instead of me saying, hi, I have a listing. I know your listing expired. Let me talk to you about my marketing plan. Hey, there's a seller's advantage program. I would love to meet with you and talk to you to discuss your options. This would be of a huge service to you. I'm telling them, I'm letting them, like we know in the business, these are free consultations, right? You let them know this is free. You let them know, hey, we have DocuSign. You don't have to leave your home. We have virtual tours. DocuSign to us is probably something that's so simple, right? No, to the regular person, it's not. You tell them, hey, we have DocuSign. When you let them know that you have that, they're like, oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, we have that. We can still get you professional photos done. You don't have to be there. We'll provide you a kit for your home. Those are things that we're putting inside of the text message, letting them know, hey, we know this is a sensitive time. However, yet, this is still the best time to sell. Okay? We let them know those type of things in the text message.
What's the response that you get when you send those text messages?
The same responses that you're always going to get. What are you talking about? No, take me off your list. Or, yes, I'm interested. Tell me more. They may do a thumbs up. Yes, I wanted to sell my house. Do you think this is a good time? No, I don't want to sell my house. Leave me alone. You're getting the same feedback you're always going to get. There's not anyone that have said to me yet, I'm not selling my house. I'm afraid. I'm here. No, people, if the only time they would say they're not selling their house is they'll just say, I'm not selling my house, or I already sold. But then other than that, they'll say, yes, I'm interested. Can you tell me more? Yes, let's do that. Let's meet. So I've been having some good responses from that.
Yeah. I think, you've mentioned it a couple times, but, just coming from that consultant mindset, I think is so important, especially right now.
It is. And I've just talked to my team about that this morning. You've got to shift your mindset. You've got to really think like a business owner. Do not just think like a realtor. You are an entrepreneur. You're not just a realtor. Think like a business owner. Think like a Fortune 500 company. Do not just think like of yourself as being a realtor. You're not. You're a company. Think of it as such, and carry yourself that way.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I think a lot of people forget, if they're working for another broker, just anybody, you are your brand when it comes down to it. And I think you've done a fantastic job doing that.
Thank you.
But is there anything else that, you wanted to touch on while we were talking? I mean, we really kind of talked quite a bit about how you get yourself out there, and that's really.
Yeah, I'll just wrap it up and just tell them to get yourself out there. Don't just focus on one thing. Don't just solely focus on marketing. Don't just solely focus on calling expireds. Don't just focus on Facebook ads or sending out mailers. Do everything. Time block. These 2 hours, I'm going to make calls. These 2 hours, I'm going to post on my social media 3 times a day. I'm going to send out letters and handwrite the envelopes. I'm going to do that for the next 2 hours. I'm going to send at this time, I'm going to do that. Start blocking out your time. This is the best time. Make yourself polish up your websites. Polish up your PowerPoints. Build funnels for sellers and buyers to go to. Do everything now in this time, because when we can go back out and everybody's released to go back to work, you're going to have so many agents out there running, trying to get things. It's going to be even more difficult. Stay top of mind now. Do this now. Talk to people now. Follow up right now.
That's perfect. You're like a soundbite machine. I really appreciate you doing this for me again. And once all this is over, I'm going to have to make another trip back up to Atlanta. We can talk more about your brokerage.
I'll be here. That'll be great.